Welcome to the story you were never meant to hear. Everything you think you know about Western civilization is only the version history allowed to survive. Behind the freedom, there was control. Behind the progress, there was domination. And behind the glory of the West stood a system so powerful, it didn't just conquer nations. It conquered how the entire world thinks. Today, we're peeling back that mask. Today, we continue the story of Western civilization, not as a celebration, not as an attack, but as a brutal, honest journey into how one civilization reshaped the planet and why its power still defines your life today. When Rome collapsed, it looked like the end. Europe shattered into chaos. Cities shrank, knowledge faded, trade slowed, survival replaced ambition. For centuries, daily life was simple. Obey authority, believe the truth you're given, and never question the system holding everything together. Power shifted from emperors to the church, from armies to faith. For a long time, Europe stayed frozen inside tradition. Order existed, but curiosity came with danger. Questioning authority could cost you your life. And yet, something dangerous survived. A spark. A hunger to understand the world instead of simply obeying it. That spark eventually ignited the most explosive era in Western history. It began with artists, philosophers, rebels, and dreamers asking questions no one was supposed to ask. What is truth? Who controls knowledge? Is reality what authority says, or what we can prove? This moment had a name: the Renaissance. For the first time in centuries, Europe looked backward to Greece and Rome, and forward to something entirely new. Art exploded with life. Science challenged superstition. Observation replaced blind faith. Truth wasn't inherited anymore. It was discovered. Then came one of the most dangerous inventions in human history, the printing press. Before, knowledge was controlled by the few. Now ideas broke free. Books spread faster than kings and priests could control them. People didn't just believe anymore. They thought. Science rose. Navigation improved. New weapons appeared. Technology accelerated. And suddenly, the world didn't just change. It changed speed. Europe didn't simply wake up. It armed itself with curiosity. And curiosity became power. Explorers crossed oceans. Empires expanded outward. New trade networks connected the planet. Western civilization built systems, financial, military, scientific, and tied the world into them. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Western civilization did not spread because it was peaceful. It spread because it was efficient. It was organized. It was ruthless. The West brought science, medicine, industry, and global communication. But it also brought slavery, colonization, exploitation. Entire cultures were reshaped, not by choice, but by pressure. This is the contradiction at the center of the Western world: progress and destruction, liberty and domination, human rights and human suffering, existing at the same time. Other civilizations were advanced too. China had technology and ancient wisdom. The Islamic world preserved knowledge and pioneered science. India mastered mathematics and philosophy. Africa built powerful kingdoms and trade networks. So why didn't they control the modern world? Because Western civilization didn't just create power, it created systems that evolve. When something didn't work, it broke it, argued with it, rebuilt it stronger. Revolutions, reforms, scientific debates, political experiments. The West constantly destroyed its own ideas and replaced them with better ones. Legal systems, financial systems, scientific institutions, military innovation, industrial organization. But the most powerful system wasn't a weapon, it wasn't technology, it wasn't even politics, it was narrative. The West learned how to explain the world in a way that became global truth. Money followed Western rules, borders followed Western logic. Time itself was standardized by Western systems. The gun conquered land, but the rule book conquered reality. By the modern era, Western civilization no longer needed to conquer with armies. Its systems already lived inside governments, economies, education, and culture across the planet. Markets replaced empires. Corporations replaced kings. Influence replaced invasion. But dominance always has a price. Inequality grew. Resources were drained. Entire regions were reshaped to support global systems instead of local people. And the wounds of colonization never fully healed. Today, the cracks are showing. Trust in institutions is collapsing. Economies feel unstable. Technology evolves faster than ethics. Power is concentrating once again, not in crowns, but in corporations, in data, in algorithms. So here's the question no one can escape. Is Western civilization the peak of human progress? Or is it simply another empire, smarter, more complex, more powerful, waiting for its collapse? Because history has one rule: no system lasts forever. And whether you support the West, criticize it, or simply live inside it, one truth remains. The next chapter of human civilization is already being written, right now. And when the world changes again, will the West adapt? Or will it become another great civilization we study in history books? That answer will define your future.